The scorching heat lingers over the African savanna. The dry wind sweeps across the vast golden plains, carrying the scent of earth and wildlife. In this untamed kingdom, two forces have battled for millennia for supremacy. Lions, symbols of strength and royalty, and hyenas, masters of strategy and endurance. Across Africa, wherever there are lions, there are hyenas. Between them, the conflict never ceases. Their struggle is not just about territory, it is a fight for survival. Both are elite predators, hunting the same prey and competing over every carcass left behind. Though lions possess superior strength and size, hyenas compensate with intelligence and teamwork. Their encounters are brutal, charged with tension, and often end in bloodshed. In the early hours of the morning, while the mist still clings to the bushes, a group of hyenas follows the scent of an antelope killed during the night. The smell of death guides the pack to a lone lion feasting on its prize. The sharp eyes of the invaders watch every movement of the predator. Alone, even, the strongest lion cannot stand against an organized group of hyenas. They advance, encircling the meal, their eerie laughter cutting through the silence of the plain. The lion roars in defiance, but it is at a disadvantage. The hyenas attack from all sides, biting at its legs, tearing chunks of flesh, and forcing it to retreat. The battle lasts only minutes. The lion flees, leaving its meal behind. The hyenas claim yet another victory, not through strength, but through unity. In the savanna, survival belongs to those who know how to adapt. The African savanna favors no one. Every species must fight to survive, and both lions and hyenas have developed their own strategies. Their hunting and battle tactics are shaped by the harsh environment and their constant struggle against one another. Lions are known for their raw power and coordination. In a well-structured pride, females lead the hunts. They move with precision, surrounding their prey in silence before striking with lethal speed. A single lioness can bring down a wildebeest, but in a group, they are capable of taking down even buffaloes weighing over 900 kilograms. The success of a hunt depends on patience and teamwork. The lionesses blend into the tall grass, creeping closer until the perfect moment arrives. Then, in an explosive burst of speed, they strike. Within seconds, the prey is captured, suffocated, and dragged away for the pride to feed on. Male lions rarely participate in hunts. Their role is to protect the pride and defend their territory. When an adult male hunts alone, he usually relies on his strength to ambush prey or steal from other predators. However, there is a great risk. Solitary lions are easy targets for hyena packs. Hyenas, in contrast, use an entirely different approach. They do not rely on ambushes or stealth attacks. Their greatest weapon is endurance. They have proportionally larger hearts than lions, allowing them to run for kilometers without tiring. A hunt begins when the pack selects a weak or injured prey. They pursue it relentlessly, wearing it down until it finally collapses. Hey everyone! If you're just like me and also passionate about wildlife and haven't subscribed yet, support our work by subscribing to our channel. While a lion depends on speed and a single powerful strike, hyenas win through exhaustion and persistence. Their rivalry intensifies even further when there are carcasses available. If a lion pride kills a zebra at dawn, they will struggle to consume it unnoticed. The scent of blood spreads quickly, and the ever-watchful hyenas seize the opportunity. If the lions are numerous, the hyenas retreat. But if only one or two lions guard the meal, the siege begins. The first attacks come from the sides, quick and opportunistic. The hyenas bite and withdraw, distracting the lions. When they find an opening, they strike with full force. Lions can fight fiercely, but when they are outnumbered, they are forced to retreat. There are moments, however, when the lions fight back. A coalition of males may unite to reclaim lost territory or drive hyenas away from a carcass. In these moments, the savanna trembles. Lions roar, pounce on their rivals, and with their powerful paws, send them flying. The hyenas suffer losses, but never forget a defeat. The battle between lions and hyenas never ends. In every encounter, the balance of power shifts unpredictably. Sometimes the kings of the savannah triumph. Other times, the hyenas take what they want. But one thing is certain. In the savannah, brute strength alone is not enough. True dominance belongs to those who know how to survive. The African savannah never remains the same for long. Each year, the changing seasons reshape the landscape and alter the dynamics between predators. The rainy season and the dry season test both lions and hyenas, demanding adaptation and refined survival strategies. During the rainy season, life flourishes. The grass grows tall, covering the land in a vibrant green. Rivers and lakes overflow, attracting vast herds of wildebeests, zebras, and buffaloes. However, the abundance of water and food does not mean an easy life for predators. For lions, dense vegetation can be an advantage, allowing for more effective ambushes. But there is a problem. Prey becomes more dispersed. Unlike the dry season, when animals cluster around the few remaining water sources, herds now spread out over vast distances. Lions must travel farther to find food, expending more energy. Hyenas, on the other hand, face new challenges. The mud makes long-distance chases more difficult. Exhausting their prey becomes harder, as water is now abundant, and herbivores can drink anywhere without having to risk ambushes. To compensate, hyenas intensify their opportunistic strategy. They become even more reliant on scavenging, invading, lion kills and preying on the wounded or sick. With the arrival of the dry season, everything changes. The extreme heat dries the land, turning the once lush grass into brittle yellow stalks. Trees shed their leaves, and the few remaining water sources become battlegrounds. Herbivores, carnivores, and even smaller animals are forced to gather around these lifelines. For predators, this is the season of opportunity. Lions become more efficient. With less vegetation to obstruct their view, they can ambush prey more easily. However, direct confrontations with hyenas increase. A carcass left exposed near a riverbank quickly attracts a horde of hungry hyenas. Unlike the rainy season, when they can rely on an abundance of prey, hyenas now have to fight fiercely for every scrap of food. The drought is unforgiving. With fewer prey available, hyenas grow bolder, even attacking lion cubs. For the male lions that protect their prides, this is a time of war. A single lion can kill several hyenas in direct combat, but the rival groups never back down easily. With each seasonal shift, the balance of power in hunting and dominance oscillates. When the rains come, lions must work harder to track down prey. When the sun scorches the land, hyenas become even more aggressive. But regardless of the season, the battle between these two predators continues, shaping not only their own fate, but the delicate balance of the entire savannah. The rivalry between lions and hyenas goes beyond simple disputes over territory and food. Their presence and behavior shape the African savannah, influencing the entire ecosystem. Each species plays a crucial role in maintaining the balance of wildlife. Lions, as apex predators, regulate herbivore populations. Without them, wildebeests, zebras, and buffaloes would grow in uncontrolled numbers, leading to overgrazing and the depletion of vegetation. By hunting the weak, old, or sick, lions help maintain the health of prey populations and prevent the spread of disease. Their attacks force herds to migrate constantly, ensuring that no single area is overgrazed. But lions also depend on a balanced environment. If prey becomes scarce, prides suffer. Hunger can split groups, forcing lone lions to challenge dominant males for new territory, increasing internal conflicts within the species. When this happens, hyenas benefit, exploiting the weakness of the kings of the savannah. Hyenas, in turn, play the role of nature's recyclers. Their stomachs can digest bones, hides, and tissues that other predators cannot consume. Nothing goes to waste. By feeding on carcasses left behind, they prevent the accumulation of rotting remains, reducing the risk of disease outbreaks. Their insatiable appetite and ability to detect dead animals from kilometers away make them essential in keeping the savanna clean and healthy. Furthermore, hyenas are also skilled hunters, debunking the myth that they survive solely by scavenging. Studies reveal that, in certain regions, nearly 80% of a hyena's diet comes from successful hunts. Their strategic attacks on herds help maintain population balance, ensuring that only the strongest survive. The relationship between lions and hyenas even affects smaller animals. When lions hunt in a territory, herbivores flee to new areas, altering grazing patterns and the way shrubs grow. On the other hand, the constant presence of hyenas forces lions to remain ever vigilant, affecting their decisions on where to hunt and settle. This balance between predators, prey, and the environment sustains the savanna's biodiversity, ensuring that no single group completely dominates the ecosystem. However, this balance is fragile. When lion populations decline, hyenas can increase in number, directly impacting prey behavior. If hyenas become too dominant, they may put excessive pressure on herbivores, leading to food shortages and the decline of species that sustain the entire food chain. In the savanna, there are no ultimate victors, only an ongoing game of adaptation and survival. The fate of every creature is interconnected, and the battle between lions and hyenas is more than a struggle for dominance. It is an essential cycle that maintains the balance of the wild. The African savanna has always been a natural battlefield, where lions and hyenas compete for space and food. However, in recent years, an even greater threat has drastically altered this dynamic. Climate change and the expansion of human presence. These factors not only affect the rivalry between the two predators, but also put the entire ecosystem that depends on them at risk. The savanna's climate patterns are shifting. Dry seasons are becoming longer and more severe, reducing water availability and forcing herbivores to travel greater distances in search of food. With fewer prey available, lions must hunt more frequently, while hyenas, deprived of their primary source of carrion, become more aggressive in the competition for territory and food. Confrontations between these species increase drastically, making survival even more challenging. Wildfires have also become more frequent and destructive. Historically, fire was part of the savanna's natural cycle, renewing the grasslands and allowing vegetation to regenerate. But with rising temperatures and prolonged droughts, wildfires now burn hotter and last longer, destroying critical hunting areas and forcing both lions and hyenas to migrate into new regions. This disorderly displacement leads to even more frequent clashes as traditional territories disappear and resources become scarcer. Beyond climate change, human expansion is putting additional pressure on the savanna's ecosystems. Over the past 50 years, vast stretches of wildlands have been converted into farms, cattle pastures, and human settlements. With the shrinking of natural habitats, herbivores can no longer migrate freely, becoming confined to smaller areas. This directly affects lions, which are forced to hunt within increasingly restricted territories, and hyenas, which struggle to find prey or carcasses. As human presence grows, conflicts between people and predators increase. Lions, deprived of their natural prey, attack livestock, triggering violent retaliation. Many are shot or poisoned, leading to drastic population declines. Estimates suggest that in the past 25 years, the wild lion population has been reduced by half, making them increasingly vulnerable to extinction. Hyenas, in turn, also suffer the consequences of human encroachment. Seen as threats to livestock and even children, they are frequently hunted or poisoned. Moreover, habitat destruction further limits their food sources, making them increasingly dependent on scavenging and easy prey, intensifying their clashes with lions. But not all hope is lost. Conservation efforts are underway to minimize the impact of human activity on the savanna. In some regions, large protected areas have been established, allowing lions and hyenas to live and hunt without direct human interference. Ecological corridor projects aim to reconnect fragmented habitats, allowing animals to move freely and reducing unnecessary conflicts. Additionally, technology has become an important tool. GPS tracking collars are being used to monitor predator movements and prevent conflicts with local communities. In places like Kenya and Tanzania, Community-based programs educate farmers on how to protect their livestock without killing predators, creating a more sustainable balance between wildlife and human activities. Despite these initiatives, the future of the savannah remains uncertain. The battle between lions and hyenas continues, but now, more than ever, their survival is shaped by forces far beyond their natural rivalry. The true challenge lies not only in the strength or strategy of each species, but in humanity's ability to protect these predators and the delicate balance of nature. The African savannah remains the stage for one of the oldest and most fascinating conflicts in nature. The rivalry between lions and hyenas is not just a struggle for power, it is an essential cycle that maintains ecological balance. Every battle shapes the dynamics of wildlife, influencing prey distribution, vegetation renewal, and even the survival of other species that share this habitat. But over the years, the challenges these predators face have changed. Their greatest enemy is no longer just the strength of their opponent, but the impact of climate change, habitat destruction, and human interference. The savannah is shrinking, and with it the space for lions and hyenas to coexist. Without lions, herbivores could multiply uncontrollably, destroying vegetation and affecting other forms of life. Without hyenas, carcasses would accumulate, spreading disease and disrupting the entire ecosystem. The survival of one depends on the other. It is not about who reigns supreme, but about how this rivalry keeps the savannah alive. In recent years, conservation efforts have shown that there is hope. Programs like Lion Guardians in Kenya have helped reduce conflicts between lions and humans, while protected areas such as the Serengeti and Masai Mara have been expanded to provide more space for wildlife. Technology and scientific research have also become vital allies, enabling experts to track these predators and prevent unnecessary clashes. However, the fate of the savannah is not just in the hands of scientists and conservationists. Every individual can contribute to the preservation of wildlife. Reducing environmental impact, supporting conservation organizations, and spreading awareness about the importance of predators in nature are actions that make a difference. The African savannah still echoes with the roar of lions and the laughter of hyenas. But for how much longer? Their struggle has lasted millions of years, but their future depends on how humanity chooses to act. The battle between lions and hyenas will never have a definitive winner. The true question is not who dominates the savannah, but whether it will continue to exist so that this rivalry may live on. If you enjoy these fascinating documentaries about wildlife, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Until next time.